What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Hollywood Sports bringing you another video. What's up, guys? What's up? Shout out to Team Hollywood. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, guys. Come on, let's play some Madden football. And as you can see, guys, we're in week 15, man. Week 15, we about ready to wrap up this season, man. And you can see, we're overall 79 team. We're going up against an overall 87 Philadelphia Eagles. They got Fletcher Cox, Zach Ertz, and Jason Kelsey, man. That's a serious stars on their team, man. And you got Fletcher Cox. We got to worry about him, man. And we got to worry about Zach. Offense and defense. And then that center, Jason Kelsey, man. He's going to probably open up some big holes for him. But we got to play strong, guys. We got to play strong. Well, we're at home. That's one advantage. We're at home here at FedEx Field. We got to make it happen here in week 15. Like I said, guys, we're still in the wild card right now, but we can't lose, man. We cannot lose. We got to keep winning. We got to win out, man. We got to win out. We want to guarantee us a wild card spot. All right? Unless we get lucky by the results of the other teams. You know, Philadelphia is right in our division. We got to take them down, man. We got to take them down. Look at Zach Ertz. 57 receptions for 69 yards and 5 touchdowns on the season. But you know, Jordan Reed's doing pretty good. You see my man Landon Collins, 54 tackles, 1 interception, and 10 forced fumbles. He got 10 forced fumbles, baby, because he has that enforcer ability, that enforcer trick. Let's go.
EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles as they take on Dwayne Haskins and the Washington Redskins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team. Brandon God.
Well, we got some rain, guys. We got rain.
We've had spotty showers.
We got to be careful out here. Let's hope we can get the Phillies, get them turnovers. We don't need no turnovers in this wet weather.
At FedEx Field, just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming.
We're wearing all that white. We got to get it all dirty. All dirty.
The crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
Get them boys going, Davis. Let's go, baby. Come on, Haskins. Got to have a good game, baby. As you can see, guys, we still in a wild card hunt, baby. You know, maybe we can move into first if we can beat Philly in this matchup here. NFL East matchup. They only lost 4 games. We need to give them a 5th game. We got to make the playoffs, guys. If we can make the playoffs, that was our goal, is at least to make the playoffs. Week 15, here we go.
3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's get this offense going, baby.
Haskins to lead the Redskins. The rookie QB wearing that number 7 jersey. The 15th overall pick out of Ohio State. On first down, it's Haskins. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
The rush came in faster than I thought, man. They didn't want to release the ball yet.
To get their first real extended look at running back.
The later you release that screen, man, the better.
Rookie season with a knee injury, but he was ultra productive in college with over 3,000 yards rushing. A strong runner inside, can also get to the perimeter. He's fortunate enough that the knee injury happened early enough in the season last year that he should be ready to go for all of 2019.
On second
come on, Reed!
Haskins, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. For the Eagles, a look now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Third down. Here's Haskins.
Oh, I threw it too late. Oh, he caught it. Went over his head. It went over his head. Woo! Yeah. I was going to say I threw that too late, but it was over the defender's head.
53 yards.
It went right over the safety's head.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end.
Oh, he couldn't jump up there high and grab that one.
A nice attacking play.
Woo, that's why I'm glad they got rid of that Superman defensive stuff, man. I mean, they were in the cover
barely
6.
Time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Haskins on 1st down. Off to Geis on the screen.
Come on, guys. Block somebody.
Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just
attacking. We got to play smart in this game, guys. We got to play smart. We can't be throwing this stuff. Good block. That was a good block.
And they've got it inside the 10.
Beautiful block.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down.
We got more screens than our offense now, man.
Resistance.
And that's the point, because
you just got to get out there and block, though.
Guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flipped it over.
I got rid of that. He wasn't in position to catch it. I just had to get rid of it.
Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
To Thompson on the draw. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. And he is into the end zone.
Nice drive, boys. Nice drive.
Bryce Love, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins
That's the rookie, Bryce Love, baby.
Field and score on their opening drive.
He's 4th on the depth chart right now.
Methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you
like that goal line formation, man. I wish Washington had it.
A heck of a lot more.
Oh man, they went almost blew that outside.
The extra points good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it was all capped by Bryce Love's touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here come the Eagles under 4th-year head coach Doug Peterson as we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well.
Let's click it off right here, baby. Let's click it off.
May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
From the 34 now,
let's
here's
click right
1st
now.
and 10.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard.
Yes.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And here are the starters for Philadelphia.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the
Philly beat us in the first matchup. They beat us bad, I think.
This offensive line, the center and
I
the
don't
2
remember,
guards,
guys, but I knew they
they've
beat
got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
There we go. Good deep, good deep.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And here is the Redskin defense.
At corner is Josh Norman. I would think he would want to quibble a little bit. Actually, you know Josh would have a full discussion.
We need a big game, baby.
who say that maybe he's not the elite lockdown.
Come on, Josh Norman, do something, baby. You played good in the last game. Last couple of games, you played good. Let's go.
They would think differently because a day against Josh Norman is a very difficult day for any receiver.
They're not ready for this. They scared.
Now Wentz on third down.
Oh, good defense. Good defense.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment.
Get out of the blocks. Get out of the blocks. Get out of the blocks.
Come
on, go!
To throw again on second down. Haskins. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
See how screenplay's not working against Philly, man.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. From the gun, Haskins on third down. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl,
no running the football, no running the football. Let's go.
And sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened.
Giants beat Miami.
More in the future, I'm sure. On second down now.
There we go, baby. Play hard. Let's go.
About 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or
Cincinnati beat New England 7-0.
It's a lot easier to stay upright, see the field,
playoff
make a run
football,
as we just saw there.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field, defense.
From the gun, it's Wentz.
Get him, yes.
And down he goes.
Montez Sweat.
Wentz on the sack. Montez Sweat able to record his
sack of the season, baby. Not bad for a rookie.
Partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's the coverage sack, baby. Good coverage.
Football. I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
Defense been rolling with us all year, man. Defense been holding us up all year long.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken to the 18. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
Hey, where's Fletcher Cox? They got a lot of guys in the box, so maybe we can get him blocked. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins.
There we go.
This one complete to Jordan Reed.
There we go. I should have went to Davis on that. I think Davis was more open on that play.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Yeah, let's look at that real quick. I think Davis was open. They played us a man defense right there. A cover one. They played a cover one on that. So let's look at Davis. Let's see if Davis was open. Number 85 right there. He had an advantage right there. Yeah, the ball just went right over the defender's head. We did okay. Both guys was open. Both guys was open. Yeah, so I think Jordan Reed was the best option.
Excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline.
Oh, come on, Richardson.
That's a big game. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be second down.
Take your gloves off so you can hold the ball
After the
better.
incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
You gonna blitz me? No. No. Back. I should have did a spin move. Oh, I should have juked right there. I should have juked right there.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line.
I wasn't sure if he was blitzing or not, but he came.
Good route, good pickup for first.
Good play call right there for us.
That is a tough one to
Excellent play call for us right there. Now they're running a lot of other smoke, man.
If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field.
Reed or Dawson. Here we go.
For a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins.
Oh, they jammed us up. I didn't expect him to jam us up like that. You see how I threw the ball? I expected him to be there.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
These guys, man, this is toxic. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case.
Run the football guys and go up by 2 scores. Not going to give them the benefit of the doubt to get this ball, man.
And making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing
a little bit closer,
yardage.
Get a good hit because I know the wind's going to be blowing on us.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he went nowhere.
Trying to get in the center
back to the 33.
Get in the center there for a good straightaway field goal.
Loss of 1.
I know
had to get between the hash marks.
Real excited when I saw those lateral type runs.
So I went back to the left. I wasn't worried about trying to get loose there.
The ground and just go. That didn't happen.
Playing a lot of man coverage.
Got swallowed up.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights.
There we go. There we go.
And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
No scores.
One thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go.
Let's hold on for 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Because you know
no big plays.
You can make your
no big plays.
Decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some
they're going to be looking at Jackson
nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Man, the Ravens beat the Jets 31-27. High scores, high scores.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
I thought Bostic had that interception right there. Tight coverage, though. Tight
9
coverage.
yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. To throw is Wentz.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity.
Oh, we're playing good coverage, baby. We're playing good coverage, baby.
The quarterback saw him and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, they'll throw with Wentz.
Oh, good defense. Good defense, baby. Cromartie. Good defense, Cromartie.
Down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So we're going to bring everybody. We're going to bring everybody. Here we go.
Staring at a 3rd and 10.
Get off your blocks. Get off your blocks. Get him. Yes. Woo, Jonathan Allen. Jonathan Allen. Woo, let's go. Let's go to defense. Let's go defense.
Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Oh, good kick. Wow, good kick.
Wow, out of bounds at the 1.
We got to be careful right here, man.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
We got to run it, man. I don't want to throw the ball, guys. We got to run this thing. We got to get out of the end zone right here. Come on, guys. Block.
Running to start.
There we go. There we go. We got a little bit of room right there.
That's the 5 to the 7-yard.
Run the clock down. Run it down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal
Buffalo
defense?
beating
They may have
Pittsburgh.
backed them off with that run.
The Giants beating Miami.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter.
Offensive line was a pretty good blocker right now.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find you.
Got to be careful in these wet games, man.
EA Sports halftime report.
Get all that water on the
Okay,
field.
Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15.
I don't care about Dallas losing. They got such a big lead in the division, man. They're way out front.
And it's the Giants who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. Eli Manning has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Austin Eckler, 100 yards exactly on the ground with a touchdown run as well. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Cam Newton's thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the 2nd half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Dwayne Haskins throwing the ball pretty good.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
Man, they're trying to run that football, though. They're trying to run that football.
is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made.
Come on, guys.
And that just means
Come on, baby. No first down. None.
From being
Zero.
right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
Please say it's holding. Please.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Oh, yeah. Legal man downfield, Jason Kelce.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Here we go, here we go. Hey! Kill.
Watch that counter, Kerrigan. There it is.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he
Kerrigan got
expected,
sucked inside.
but that run there, that may get him
contain
going.
over
I was
there.
just going to say, maybe that
Told him
gives him
watch
a
that
little
counter.
juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
You know, actually, it's a good thing that they keep trying to establish the run.
Maybe a yard.
If we can burn some clock, man, burn some time off the clock.
Second and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's
Even if
second
they
and 9.
score, man, we can burn some time off the clock.
They
keep trying to run the ball. Get him.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Good D, guys. Good defense.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion.
Good stop, defense. Good stop, baby.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This one will sail out of bounds.
Man.
It'll depend on the spot here.
They keep pinning us
And
back,
the
man.
says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice
Come on,
each and
Sprinkle.
every
Get
day?
a good block on that edge,
The
Sprinkle.
best
Come
ones
on,
do what
Sprinkle.
we just saw
Good
there.
block, Sprinkle.
Work on positioning the
Come on,
football
Davis.
and helping their team.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the
But he
running
beat-
play.
he
Give
beat
him
Davis
maybe
to the
a
edge,
yard,
though. He beat
and
Davis
it'll
to
be
the edge.
second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases
There we go.
tend to
There we
develop
go.
as the game moves on.
Good blocking, guys. Good blocking.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
I'm learning how to run the football, guys. You just got to follow your blocks. You got to make good reads on your
They
blocks.
can run the ball and protect this lead.
Especially
Give it to
when you're
backs,
behind the
but a little bit of
fullback.
keep away, don't you think?
And that's
Fullback
probably a
will
good
take you
philosophy at
through.
this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now after the
We're going to keep
run
running the
by
ball.
Geis,
Also got to
here's
put
first
AP
and
in, guys.
10.
Let me do that real quick. Y'all know I put Adrian Peterson in the second half. Let's put AP in real quick. I want both of them to get some highlights. I don't want nobody complaining about touches. We'll get him in the next play.
On the draw, they go to Geis.
Hold on to that football, guys.
A good run there on first
We
down.
get some
and
good
it'll
blocking
leave
up
them
front,
with a
baby. Good
second and
blocking. We're going to keep pounding the rock.
So much of the game today, we're looking
Watch,
for
we're gonna go right behind the
players
fullback, guys.
to
That's
do
how
a
we run it.
combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers
Davis had nobody to block right there, so he just broke off looking for somebody to block. So we had a hole right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now it's AP.
Get up there. Get over there.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with
Woo,
it.
Billy got some speed out there,
And
though.
that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
Woo!
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA
I got enough sleep. Let's keep the drive alive, guys. Keep it alive.
They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Haskins. Uncorks one for Dick. And that's caught inside the 35.
Yes.
And he's going to get this all the way down.
I like the way Haskins locked that ball up there, man. Woo! Because you can't really rifle it or throw it too fast with Haskins. He'll get wild on you. Look at that pass. Beautiful.
Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time.
That was a beautiful pass,
baby.
I like it.
Isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them
blitz.
as
Come on,
passes
blitz.
of 20 or more yards.
Reader Davis is going to be open. Blitz.
They went zooming past that number there. Down he goes. They sack him back right around
they tried to suck him in right there. I'm not throwing no interception, baby. No.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side. Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Let's go up some more points, baby.
The drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Haskins.
Oh!
And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Come on.
They hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll find Hines out of the backfield.
Good job, baby. Good close out.
Down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Let him make up that space.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. He'll hit Jackson. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Come on, defense. Hang on, baby. Hang on.
First down for Philly. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about
they
that last play?
Now did they get out of bounds right there?
So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another
play
they got out of bounds.
Got them rocked on their heels. Burn the clock, guys. Come on, D. Oh, no, they didn't. The clock's running. Let's go.
Wentz now on first down.
Get him. Come on, guys. Get him.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
They haven't called a timeout yet. They're going to save those timeouts in case they score when we get the ball back.
Talk about having all day to throw
so they have some timeouts to stop the clock. So they're not going to use any timeouts right here.
After a long time.
Let's go, D.
Big time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
On first down,
there we go. There we go.
He'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry. So
let's get them down to the 2-minute warning before they score. Then they're going to have to use some timeouts.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Down under 2 minutes to go.
All right, they got to start using timeouts right here.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wentz.
Nope.
To the end zone,
nope.
But it's incomplete.
Nope.
was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up
Think
tight.
about it, though, guys.
He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a pause in the action because the
No, that's not a touchdown. No.
To find out if this was a touchdown or not.
No. Can we take a timeout away from them for that review, or was that a booth review under 2 minutes? Let's go. Let's go. Kick your field goal, baby.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back. Hopefully.
We're not going to onside. Okay.
How do you accomplish that? Do you onside?
That's what they got in 3 timeouts
for.
for.
You have all 3 timeouts. Do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Saquon Barkley leading the way on the ground. He's up to 95 yards rushing thus far.
Mike, I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll start the drive with Love here.
Davis couldn't block both of them. He couldn't block both of them.
Coming as he is smothered.
I don't want to give him the ball back, man.
Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
They're going to get the ball back, guys. We got to play some defense. I'm not throwing it. I'm sorry. Not throwing it. Get some kind of volleyball drill or whatever and get a turnover right down here in our own section. No.
Again, Peterson.
Yes, he got the first down. Woo! He got the first down. Let's milk this clock, baby.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And not totally
just hold on to the ball,
yet,
guys.
but
Just
it's
hold on
looking
to the
good
ball.
as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love.
All right, let's milk the clock.
Room scarce
Let's milk the
here.
clock.
He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Left side of that line of Philly is like strong.
And he got off the end there
But I
very
try to stay away
quickly to
from
make
Fletcher
that play.
Cox.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet
He's
train,
more of a
wasn't it?
pass
I mean,
rusher,
just
though.
zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Again, we got to go behind Davis, man. We got to shield ourselves behind Davis.
Now Peterson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And that last run good enough to have him surpass for his career, get this folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time
No,
rushers
I'm not
in
going to do
NFL
that
history.
stretch. He'll leave
And in
himself
short
vulnerable
order
for that
now,
hit stick.
you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just
Come on, guys,
a few
hold on
more
to the
carries.
ball, baby. Just hold on to the football. Come on, Peterson. You're a veteran, baby. Hold on to the ball.
4 down.
I'll probably say, Hollywood, why don't you just down the ball?
They run again with Peterson. And he'll get it into enemy
Gotta practice my
territory
run
just
game,
across
man.
midfield at the 49. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave
All right,
him
guys,
with
we get
4th
another
and
victory,
1 on
baby.
their side
We
of the
get
field.
another victory here at home. I thought our offensive line, they get the game ball, man. They played pretty good. We had to run the ball. We had to run the ball. We were successful running the football. I wonder how many yards we had on the ground rushing. Well, I didn't want the ball in the air, especially in this rain and this bad weather, man. No, we got to keep the ball on the ground, baby.
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
We got some sacks, we played conservative, we had good run plays, we played solid defense.
Back the images
I like
of the game of old.
So for the Redskins, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.
All right, guys, I hope we can take that first wild card spot from Philly in the head-to-head matchup. But they beat us in the first game. We beat them in the second game, but now we're tied. I don't know how they're going to put us, but at least so far we're in the wild card, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I will see everybody in Week 16. Thanks for watching.
That's all, folks.